So, this winter, in the RST, we'll be doing two Shakespeares, Love's Labour's Lost and Love's Labour's Won. Now, I can hear people saying, Love's Labour's Won, never heard of it. Well, Love's Labour's Won is apparently a lost Shakespeare play. But our contention is that it's not lost, it's just another play by another title. We think Love's Labour's Won is Much Ado About Nothing. If you think about the plots of those two plays, at the end of Love's Labour's Lost, a sparring pair of lovers, Barone and Rosaline, are separated. They do not come together at the end of the play as you expect them to do. You have a sense that they go off to war, they go off their separate ways. The beginning of Much Ado About Nothing, these people come back from war. You see the soldiers arriving in Messina having been at war, and a pair of sparring lovers are reunited. So our idea with Chris Luscombe, who's directing it, is to put the two plays together and allow Barone and Rosaline to morph into Beatrice and Benedick those few years later. In between the two plays, we're going to have a look at an incident that happened in 1914 in the first Christmas, the famous truce where soldiers, the Tommies in the trenches on one side and the Jerrys on the other side, came into no man's land on Christmas Eve and on Christmas Day and fought a football match. Phil Porter, who is actually from the West Midlands, has created a special play based on the accounts of the witnessing of the Christmas truce by some of the soldiers from the Warwickshire regiment. In The Swan, we're extending the Roaring Girls season by another play, which is The Witch of Edmonton, by Dekker, with Dame Eileen Atkins as the witch, and another Dekker play over Christmas, which is The Shoemaker's Holiday, directed by Phil Breen, which, to be honest, is probably one of the greatest Elizabethan plays which the RSC have never actually done. So it's about time we did the Shoemaker's Holiday. It's a glorious, riotously funny, beautiful play about the craft of the shoemaker. We will then add a new play in The Swan, which is Oppenheimer by Morton-Smith, which takes the theme of war a few steps further to, if you like, the conclusion of the Second World War and the dropping of the atomic bomb. Our remit for The Swan is both to look at the kind of work that was written by Shakespeare's contemporaries, but also new work that has the same kind of ambition, the same kind of scale, the same kind of big ideas, big casts, and allows us to echo the sort of inspiration and the genius of Shakespeare and his fellow writers, and create that challenge for modern writers today.